Okay, great. Hey, what's up, guys? It is the Ace Michael Show. And I'm Ace Michaels, happy to be here in living color, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, three-dimensional living color. And today, my guest on the show, she's a singer, she's a songwriter, she is all that and a bag of chips. Welcome to the show, Mariah.
Thank you.
How you doing, Mariah?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Muy excelente. I've got no complaints. I'm just
Muy
happy
excelente.
to be here. You know, and after the pandemic, shit, man, aren't we all happy to be here?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, I mean, we lived through a freaking international pandemic, man.
Right.
We like some Marvel characters right now. Like, we lived through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking nuts if you think about really let that sink in. Like, when they talk about this 300 years from now, they're going to be like, and some people lived through the pandemic, and we're going to be the ones they talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We're going to be one of those grandparents
Yeah, exactly.
telling our kids,
Pulling the kids aside like, let me tell you what happened to me during the pandemic.
Right.
Well, first I had to get the Moderna virus. That was enough right there.
I almost died.
I almost died from the Pfizer virus too. Grandma, why you calling them virus? They not the viruses. Those was the cures. No, darling, I guarantee you them was the viruses, okay? They was putting the viruses in our arms as if we was some guinea pigs, and they just kept giving them to us over and over. And we couldn't go no damn place. That's
And I
how I met your
survived.
grandma. Anyway, right? So anyway, okay, so Mariah, you're a singer,
Yes.
right? Give us just a little taste. Give us a little la, you know what I mean? That's it. That's all y'all get for free. It sounded good. Y'all don't get no more for free. Y'all got to buy the record. Okay? Don't trip. This ain't gonna be no free show. I know y'all tuned in thinking she was gonna sing a whole song. Surprise on you. Fool you once, fools on you. Okay? So Mariah, where you from, dear?
I'm from Vegas. I was born here, raised in Cancun, Mexico.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So two exotic places.
Yeah.
You know something about some resorts.
Just a little
Wow.
bit.
So you're born and raised in Vegas?
Yeah. I was born here. Yeah.
Damn. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kinda. And so you grew up in Vegas, and then where's the Cancun fit in there?
My mom and my grandma are from there, so all my family lives down there.
Did you go to Cancun, like as a child? Did you go and hang out in Cancun?
Every summer I'd go there and stay for like a year, and yeah, I was raised all my cousins, families over there.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
What is it like in Cancun? Before you answer, this is what I visualize, okay? I visualize Cancun as, number one, there's a beach, palm trees, those kind of like tiki bars, like not like real bars, but like outdoor bars where you can like hang out and get like a Mai Tai fruity, some kind of like
They definitely do
foofy
have
kinda
that.
drink, you know what I
Cancun's
mean?
beautiful, yeah.
Yeah,
They
not like a
definitely-
real drink,
Right.
like a foofy drink, right? Like you can't go there and get like, let me get some Mad Dog 2020 up in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like you can't order like that. You got to order like, oh, I think I'll have a chancherie. And my dear, what would you like, my dear? My dear is going to have also a chancherie, but put a cherry on top of hers because she's fancy like that.
I'm not
is that
sure.
Cancun, like in a nutshell?
There's two different like areas. There's like the tourist side, and then there's like where my family lives. Which
That was the most gracious way that I've ever heard. She's like, well, there's like, where the castles are, and then there's where my family lives. I'm not even going to
But
ponder
like-
what she means by that, but damn.
But yeah, like when you go to like the malls and like the beach, it's very nice over there, which is where the tourists usually go,
Right, right.
But I've been over there a couple times, and you got to take like a bus to like get there, and there's like beaches like all around, and then the movie theaters are in the malls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's like in Cancun. That's it. There's nothing that I wouldn't imagine. Like me being an outsider, There's no like zip line or like a
They're-
water slide
Yeah.
or so they got all that stuff.
They got all that
Oh, so
stuff.
then it's
Yeah, you
modern.
can swim with the
Yeah.
dolphins and
Swim with the dolphins.
yeah, they have
Really?
like places you can go to and swim with the dolphins. It's pretty over there. I love going to Cancun. We're actually planning on going in like about 4 months to visit my family.
It must be hot because that's all where they
Oh
do
my
like
God.
MTV Spring Break and all that kind of shit. Or they
It's-
used to. do
It's
in Cancun.
terribly hot. I
Wow.
hate the hot. And
No
over
way.
there, it's like it's not just hot. It's not even that hot. It's humid, so you sweat.
Why
And
don't you
it's-
like that?
I don't.
That seems like that'd be your kind of thing, like sweating
No.
and water dripping off your body and
I
under your
hate it.
armpits and
I hate
like when
that.
sweat's like in between when you fold your leg, like where your knee goes, but it's not on the front part, it's on the back where you fold it. Yeah, that's freaking great. That's
Yeah.
sexy, man.
Right,
That
right.
shit is
right.
hot. So okay,
No,
so
I don't.
let's talk about your career then.
Okay.
So here you are, you're a singer.
Uh-huh.
Did you start being a singer in Cancun or did you start being a singer in Mexico?
All my family has some kind of music. Like my mom, she like sings, she plays bass and plays the drums.
Damn.
All my grandma's a beautiful singer.
Your mama plays the drum. Now that right
Yeah.
there is a visual. I would love to see that. Your
At
mama
church.
playing bass at church?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go there. So she's in Cancun. That's where I'm gonna find her.
No, my grandma's in Cancun. My cousins, aunts, everybody like in that nature is in Cancun, and then my mom is the only one here with me.
Let me tell you what. I'm cool with God and Jesus, but I'm coming to your church to see your mama play drums. Just
Okay.
know that. I'm not really there for the sermon. I'm there to see your mama
How about I just
play
take a
drums.
video real quick?
Yeah, I would love to
she
see
has
mama
a
on the
little
drums. Wow.
instrument room like in the living room, and she has like a piano in there. It
She's
looks pretty
tearing it
cool.
up.
It looks pretty
Mom's
cool.
like
Yeah.
Prince. Mama's like her own Prince. But she also knows how to cook and clean if she wants
yeah.
to.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nuts. And your mom is Latina?
Yeah, she's Latina.
She's Latina?
Yeah.
Very nice. And so where she from Mexico or she's from like Spain or someplace?
She's
like
from
what kind
Mexico.
of Latina is she? She's
from
a
Mexico.
Mexican
She's
Latina.
Mexican. Yeah, she's from.
Wow.
She got raised in Acapulco, but
Could you name any more beautiful places? Wow, you guys are just having a rough life geographically. I mean, damn.
yeah,
Wow.
I've been to Acapulco a couple times, but not as much as I grew up in Cancun. Yeah.
Your mom used to like get mad at you and like call you names, like your whole names. Like she get mad and be like, Angelina, Bonita, Bonita.
Yeah, have you heard that saying, y si lo encuentro, ¿qué te hago? Like when you can't find something and your mom's like, if I find it, like I'm gonna beat your. Am I allowed to cuss?
You already are you halfway there? You're 90% cursing already. You might as well go ahead and finish.
She was like, if I don't find it, I'm gonna whoop your ass, you know?
So
If I
wait,
find
now
it.
hold on. I think I know about this, but what you're saying is there's like a game or something where she's like, if
No.
I find it, I'm gonna beat your ass with it.
Right.
So you're hoping she doesn't find it.
But that's like the Mexican saying. Like a lot of Mexican moms say that. Like us Mexican children grew up with that trauma, with that saying, you know.
And so what is this thing she's usually looking for? Is it like a shoe
It could
or
be
a belt
anything.
or a loaf of bread? Like what is she looking for to
It could
beat
be
you with?
anything. Like
She
you
can't
know.
beat you with any. It can't be like a 70-inch TV.
Oh, my grandma used to throw pans at me. I think Mexicans can.
Oh my God! Your grandma used to throw
But
pans at you.
she did it with love though.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course. It was all in the name of love. But by
Yeah.
the way, duck. Wow, that is some crazy shit right there. Okay,
Yeah.
so your mom got you into music.
I kind of grew up like I like singing. Like I'd sing in the car and I'd be driving with my grandma and I'd be like, oh, if I'm out of tune, tell me. And then I'd start singing and she'll be like, you're out of tune. And then
And then
I'd
she'd throw a
restart the
pan
song
at your
over.
ass. You're out of tune.
Right.
Get that shit together. It goes do re mi.
Right.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy
I
shit.
just
That will motivate you. That's
mm-hmm.
some serious motivation right there. Wow. So are you the only child that became musically inclined?
yes. I have a little brother. He's learning how to play piano.
He's got a
But-
big pan dent in the middle of his head.
My grandma's in Mexico now. I don't think my mom throws pans at him. He gets it more smooth. Like, you know how the younger ones always get it more.
Yeah, the baby kids.
Yeah, they're
Yes, I do
more
know,
spoiled. You know, we're the ones that have to go through the pain of
Yes,
throwing
I do
pans
know.
at our
yes.
heads.
Nobody got out of more trouble than my little brother. My God, my little brother could just talk his way out of anything because he'd already seen me get in all the most trouble that you
Right.
could get. So he was just like, by the time he got to be a teenager, he just knew everybody's hot buttons. He knew what would make my mom soft. He knew what would make my dad angry. So he would just work it the whole thing, the whole time. He worked. He didn't. It didn't even make sense. He wasn't even having a child. He was having like a legal negotiation all the time with my parents.
Right.
But okay, so you sing. What kind of music do you do?
I like. I'll sing anything, but I mostly like R&B and hip hop. Like Janae Aiko, I really
Okay.
like her. I try to like.
She's brilliant. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Wow.
I like her a lot.
And so, okay, so you didn't grow up listening to Janae Aiko though. Like,
No.
what are your influences? Like Aretha Franklin or Mariah Carey, or like who did you? You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to be like the impetus.
Yeah, I was more of like a fangirl.
Okay.
So I
I'm gonna act like I know that. I'm like, okay, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is that? No, what is a fangirl? What does that mean?
like the girls
I'm
that
an
have
old cat,
posters
yes.
all over their
Oh, okay.
rooms,
That's
and
kinda what I thought it
mine
was.
was Justin Bieber. So I had Justin
Of
Bieber.
course.
posters.
Of course. Hello, give me a pound on that. You ain't said nothing but a word, girl. Justin Bieber's the shit.
Right.
I get that.
I
was
thought,
totally
I
that,
used to get a lot of
"Baby,
shit about
baby,
it.
baby,
Yeah, I remember I went
ooh."
to his concert one time, but my mom was like 9 months pregnant with my little brother,
Uh-huh.
and then everybody was making jokes like, he's gonna be singing baby, baby,
Yeah,
and
of
you
course.
gonna pop out the baby.
If he's
and-
lucky, why not? Yeah. Hey, Justin Bieber gets a bad rep. I was talking to this artist the other day, and he's like, Justin Bieber, you suck. You Justin Bieber. I said, why do you hate on Justin Bieber?
Right.
He's like, well, his production is weak. I said, whoa,
I
son.
think he has an amazing voice.
He has the best voice. He has some of the best producers in the industry
yeah.
work. So you can't say his production is weak. You can't
he's
say his
making more money than
songwriting
you.
is weak. You can't say his dancing is weak. Come on, bro.
When I was younger, I used to get the Justin Bieber's this and that.
Mm.
Like, he sounds like a girl, and I used to
No.
cry. Like, don't say that about him.
Absolutely not. No, Justin Bieber is definitely one of the icons of American music because you got to remember he started off as a kid when YouTube wasn't even a thing.
And he had
Like,
an
he
amazing
made
voice
it
as a
happen.
kid already. Like,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
voice doesn't, just sound that great at the age he started at, you know?
Exactly. So let me ask you this. So Mariah, how much energy do you put or how much time do you put into working on your voice as opposed to working on your writing? Like what plays the prominence? You know what I mean?
Not as much as I should, but I definitely want to start doing it more. I'm a dental assistant.
Okay.
So I work like,
It's a good job, right?
yeah, it's a good job. I like
Nice.
it. I like what I do, but then I'm only off on the weekends, and that's the time I go to that's the time I used to go to the studio. But I just met like some amazing people, like Lewis, he was just here not too long ago. I met Max, my producer,
Yes.
and I just met them like a couple months ago. My producer wanted me to do a song with Lewis, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I went in, we did a song called Flashing Lights, and then ever since we did that first song, we just constantly kept recording and recording.
That's great.
And so the whole recording stuff, I just started like actually getting more into it.
That's cool.
And the writing, I'm starting to do it more. I've
That's
always
cool.
liked writing, but
So sometimes we have like a question of the day. So today we seem to have this question of the day. Okay. So as an artist, you hear songs on the radio or on YouTube, or you hear these songs like WAP or like Throat Baby or like these songs that are basically, they're really crass songs that to me, they don't sound like they were thrown together very well or very, like with a lot of thought. They're simple little songs about people's body parts or dancing in a club and, getting with somebody. So here's my question. As an artist, do you feel like you wish there weren't so many songs like that because it's hard for you to compete with that kind of thing? Or do you feel like B, they're giving me the blueprint for what I need to write if I want to be more successful. I need to write more songs like that.
me personally, I feel like in order for me to be able to write, I have to feel like what I'm writing about. So mostly when I write, it's about things that I've gone through, or like, and if I haven't gone through it, it's kind of hard to like write about it. I'm not a big party person, so those songs sound like, you'll hear it in a club or something and you can dance to it. I write more like slow songs, and I have to like feel what I'm writing about, if that makes sense, you know?
Absolutely.
So I'm not like, I don't be throwing it back at clubs and stuff. So I don't think writing something like that is something I can really relate. too, you know?
Well, now here's the thing. Okay, so you're definitely a hot girl. You're probably the hottest firecracker in the whole bunch of firecrackers, right? Do you ever look at these videos of these girls half naked and say, am I going to do that? If that's what it takes to be successful, am I going to take my clothes off to be making it?
I'm not sure how much am I getting paid.
Right.
You know,
At the
but
end
like,
of the day, it's all about accounting. Thank
right,
you.
But
Yes.
I don't really see myself doing that.
Right.
But you know, I don't know. It just all depends, like how I'm feeling at the moment, where I'm at, if I'm comfortable, you know, because it all depends with like if I'm comfortable. If I'm not comfortable, then I don't see myself doing that.
Well, it seems like girls can kind of default to anytime they want to, they could go sexier or less sexy if they want to. Guys don't necessarily have the same luxury, in my opinion, but girls definitely can be like, well, I can undo one more button and all of a sudden it's sexy.
Right.
Right? So you don't feel like competitive when you see like, maybe not Nicki Minaj, just going back a little bit, but like Doja Cat, Megan Stallion, even Dua Lipa gets a little scantily clad sometimes, and you don't ever feel like, oh, they're saying that's what I need to do. If they're making it, I need to do the same thing.
No, I don't feel like
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see why, like Doja Cat, all those people, like they're really creative. I don't know if you saw Doja Cat, like when she wore the red suit. Did you see that? Like when she was all covered in red and everybody was talking about it, like red diamonds all around her body.
I'll have to check my
And then-
my view history on
yeah.
my browser to see if that's up
And then
there.
people were like, oh, you should have worn that with eyelashes. So then the next day she came in and she was wearing like eyelashes right here and eyelashes right here, like a mustache. And she was like, well, people said I should have been wearing lashes, so I gave them
That's
lashes.
nuts. That's nuts.
I like
Wow.
that. Like that's creative.
Right.
I think you need to have like a lot of confidence to be able to do stuff like that. And if that's, you know, I'd probably, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure. It just, the time has to come.
Do you ever feel any pressure, like from your race, like, oh, I shouldn't do this type of music unless I want to say something about what Mexican people like or what Latin people like? Like as a black artist, I don't do rap because I don't really come from that. I come from the
Yeah.
suburbs. I grew up in Blue Springs, Missouri. So I don't really know that much about rap. But my brother does. My brother produced Tech Nine's first record. So my brother is always like, yeah, you know, we are, you know what I'm saying? We just, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it's so weird because it's like, dude, we're from the same egg sack. How are you going to talk like that and I talk like this? But I guess what the question I'm trying to get to is, do you ever feel like as a Latina or half Latina that you have to kind of do something for the society, for the community to say, yes, I am. Like J-Lo does it a lot. J-Lo will all of a sudden just flip and be like, hey, y'all, I'm Latin. I'm Latin.
Right.
It's like, we know you're Latin, but we also know you're also Maid of Honor or whatever her movie was. Like, you're also the girl that completely assimilates into white society.
Right. Yeah. My family has never been really like a culture. You know how Mexicans have their culture, you know, like
I do
horses,
know how Mexicans have their culture.
hats, you know, all of that. But my family was never really like we don't go to parties and hear the taran 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 music, you know. We go to parties and just like chill. Like I'm not really big into that kind of music. I like
Yeah.
reggaeton and I like, you know, Spanish music, but not that kind. And
Right,
that's
right.
supposedly like our culture, you know, but it's not me. I don't listen to that.
Right.
So I've never, but I'm gonna always represent it, you know. My family's never really, you know, I wouldn't know how.
Right. And how much of real life actually goes into your art life anyway? Like, I mean, do you really sit down, read the newspaper and go, Joe Biden passed a law today? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that you as an artist? Or
No.
you're in a different place anyway, right?
Yeah.
So where do you get your inspiration to write songs from?
If I am feeling like in a sad mood, I kind of just like, you know, some people go to their notes and write down their feelings. I use it into like lyrics in my music.
Okay.
Like I have my producer send me like beats and then they're usually like slow R&B beats and I just like to write to them just like whatever I'm feeling. But if I'm like in a happy mood and, you know, something good just happened to me, then I'll write like happy music. But most of my music is sad.
Really?
So
Even though you're not sad, you've been smiling this whole time.
exactly,
It's
yeah.
not just because you're hanging out with me.
No.
Because I definitely don't have that effect on people. So this is you. You're just a regular happy person. So why do you
Yeah.
think you default to writing sad songs when you're generally happy all the time?
I just feel like the lyrics come out better. Like it hits more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like when people make a song and you're like, whoa, that hit. Like that's what I like to write. Like things that like other people can relate to.
Interesting.
And, you know, they feel it when, you know, the lyrics.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And so time is never our friend here at the show. So we're about to run out of time. I'll get to ask you one more question.
Yeah.
And I'd like to ask you, in your opinion, what would you say your goal would be for people to say 5 years, 10 years from now, when they look back at your music career, they look back at your catalog, what would you like to have accomplished in other people's mind? Like, what do you want to be known as?
Humble and loving. I mean, like, I really want to send message through my lyrics and like my music.
Nice.
So yeah, I want people to feel what I'm writing, you know.
That is what's up. And how do we reach you on the World Wide Web if we want to stalk you pleasantly? How do we do that?
I use Instagram mainly, so it's t.mariah_.
That is what's up. Hey guys, it's been the Ace Michael Show. My guest today, Mariah. She's a singer. She's a songwriter. Expect big things from her in the future. And if you ever want to be on the show, we'd love to have you. You know what I say at the end of every show? I still mean it. Live the life you love. Love the life you live.